Good day everyone, I am Janelle M. Bantugan and the following members will report about the Netflix. For the part of introduction, it would be reported by me, followed by the technological innovation by Andrea V. Amolat, BSA2, the revenue stream by Myrtle Colaine M. Baclayo, opportunities in the future by Freshani Leslie Valuma, the closing by Clarissa Q. Ampalocchio, and we are the group 1. So the founders, Netflix, the top video streaming service in the world, was founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph in small California city called Scotts Valley in Santa Cruz County. The inception. The idea was pitched by Mark Randolph when the company they were working for called Pure Atria, with Hastings as CEO was looming a merger which may both cost them their jobs. We have the milestones. August 29, 1997. The Netflix was registered and set up by Reed Hastings. It started as a subscription-based service with no due date or late fees and unlimited access to the content at 19.95 US dollar. A queue system was in place where the subscribers used to specify the order with order which DVD should be mailed to them, and a delivery system that automatically mails out a DVD as soon as previous DVD is returned. April 14, 1998, Netflix website was launched. The video lives around 900 titles. At the end of their first day online, they booked 137 orders. In 1999, the Netflix has 239,000 subscribers. In 2001, the Netflix hits 1 million subscribers and continue to grow. May 2022, the Netflix was made public. The IPO raised $82 million, enabling it to buy regional warehouses. 2006, Netflix generated $80 million profits with 6.3 million subscribers. Netflix in 2007, the Netflix began its streaming content. The first trial was in Canada. 2011, the Netflix splits its streaming business and its DVD rental business into two distinct subscription packages. In 2012, the Netflix started making original shows by first show is Lilyhammer, followed by House of Cards in 2013. In 2013, the Netflix introduces user profiles and rolls it out to all Netflix subscribers in August 2015. Netflix is present in 50 countries. In 2016, the Netflix goes live in 130 countries simultaneously and adds local languages to its user interface, subtitles, and dubbing. In 2017, Netflix hits 100 million subscribers worldwide. In 2021, Netflix hits 209 million subscribers in over 190 countries. It has more than 15,000 titles across all its international libraries and earns annual revenues of over $25 billion. The Netflix is yet to be available in North Korea, China, Syria, and Iran. And that would be all for the introduction, and the next reporter will follow.
So this is the technological innovation that make Netflix as the leader in the industry. First, I will introduce you Red Hastings. So, Red Hastings is the founder and CEO of Netflix. He is a creative innovator that twice changed how people rent movies, and according to Investopedia, it took and held the market share ever since.
Red Hastings started mailing DVDs to people's homes. However, that service ended up costing the same or less than it cost to drive into town and rent a movie, so people began to think, why not use Netflix? As Red Hastings was putting blockbuster locations out of business one by one, he was also investing millions of dollars into streaming videos because he knew that was the next creative innovation coming. Blockbuster. In 1997, people were forced to drive into town to rent a movie and watch it in their homes. Then Blockbuster, backed with millions of dollars from investors, started opening locations all around the world. Blockbuster had a better atmosphere than most of the grungy mom and pop stores, and they had prices that were lower than competitors as well. Once Blockbuster put most of the small video rental stores out of businesses, they had the market share. However, the only approach they were taking to increase revenues was to put up more stores. Next millennium. The next millennium was the start of a technological revolution similar to machines in the Industrial Revolution. In those days, people couldn't keep up with the massive producing power of machines. So companies with machines put labor-intensive companies out of business. In 1997, Red Hastings founded Netflix that mailed DVDs to individual homes. The monthly charge was only about $8, which was the cost of about two movie rentals. As people started to use Netflix, fewer people needed to leave their homes to rent a movie. Netflix was able to carry 1,000 more movie titles and sitcoms than Blockbuster, which drew in many subscribers. Netflix says that more movie rentals came from less popular stories or titles rather than the most popular titles, which was a big problem for Blockbuster to compete with. Around the year 2003-2005, Blockbuster's S-curve was starting to flatten out after increasing at a rapid rate for over 10 years. As the company's S-curve starts to flatten, it's important to start adapting or changing in order to sustain their business. However, Blockbuster had run out of ideas and simply died out just like all the mom and pop stores they had previously put out of business. People didn't adopt to Netflix all at once. So it means to be automatic for every company to have an S-curve that they have to adopt to at some point in their own growth. For Netflix, it was around the time that streaming videos and on-demand television were starting to become more prominent. Unlike Blockbuster and unknown to the public at the time, Red Hastings had been millions and investing into streaming video research and rights to street sitcoms and movies. Adaptation to technology. Netflix proved that they could adapt. Instead of pushing their DVD mailing program, they saw the technology innovation going on and adopted to it by changing their entire business model. Not only did Reed Hastings put most of the annual profits into further research instead of in his pocket, he also had to trash all the DVDs that he invested in during the years of growth. In conclusion, Red Hastings and Netflix together have adopted the creative innovation twice, and now working on their third. Currently, they are working on creating their own shows that they can broadcast and charge cable television companies for the right to air, instead of paying the fee to broadcast shows from the cable's networks.
Good day, everyone. My name is Marta Colena Baclayo from Bachelor of Science in Accountancy second year. And my part of our report about Netflix company is how the business is making money. Netflix is one of those Silicon Valley stories that might make a good movie or even television series because of its potential for distributing the American television and movie landscape, or what's so-called premium video. In a few short years, Netflix created the largest DVD rental business in the country, then created the largest streaming video service. Today, Netflix accounts for over 90% for digital movie streaming, while its cheap streaming competitors, Amazon and Hulu, make up the remaining market. Netflix was Netflix has created the largest database on consumer video preference and built a recommendation system that encourages consumers to see more movies. Netflix beat competition in customer satisfaction. In the graph picture example show that Netflix is always on high customer satisfaction in easy to watch on TV, easy to use on all devices, interesting original content, and reliable service. Netflix is as much a technology company as a content company. It has developed it has developed its own proprietary video encoding system and distributes its video using over 1,000 servers in the United States, located close to its customer to ensure high speed and quality delivery. In a sample picture, it is from Studio Content Quality. Encoding next. Studio Netflix Encoding Quality Check Open Connect CDN 2 Member Device Netflix App and User. Netflix discovered the old TV series had strong niche following and built a new model of binge watching, where when consumer could watch all the episodes of series in several settings. Netflix has entered the content creation business by developing original TV series. For this reason, Netflix is an example of conver- convergence in the media industry, where an internet company become a content producer. Other few media companies have their noticed and begun and develop their own streaming service, but what they lack is database of viewer preference that Netflix has developed over a 10-year period and which helped Netflix make the recommendation to subscribers. Netflix has become recognized as an important pipeline to a very large audience. For instance, Netflix has a deal with the Western Company, a major American film studio and a producer of 10 Academy Award films, to become the exclusive subscription TV home for the film studio content beginning in 2016. Another graph example is how many subscribers does Netflix have. In this graph, it's only show 2020 and how the Netflix grow over the years. This this movie puts Netflix into the same league of premium channel distributor and its direct competitor with other cable network like HBO, Star, Showtime, and A&E for the right to show movie about 8 months after their theater run incomplete. Netflix also has deal with Warner Brothers to the exclusive internet tour for the Batman Equality Batman and the 21st Century Fox in 26. In one possible ending scenario for the Netflix movie, the company challenged the much larger ca- cable television industry, which is based on the entirely different technology and business model, namely selling expensive bundles of hundreds of TV channels that few people watch, then rising monthly fees after that, the rate of inflation. Netflix is paying hundreds of millions to Disney Paramount, Lionsgate, and MGM license hit show and movie as a result of content owners charging more for older cable show. Netflix has taken the more risky option of developing its own original series, but this is very expensive as well. The critically acclaimed House of Cards cost Netflix $100 million for 26 episodes, $4 million on episode. Newer shows like Between Narcos and Bloodline are running around $20 million as a season. It's possible that Netflix does not scale, and as that more its subscriber it has, the more it's attacked them with original expensive content, the less profit make because of the cost of doing business versus revenue. And that's all how the Netflix company making money. Thank you, and let's move on to our next reporter.
The future of this business and the industry. For years, Netflix had been known for its innovation and early entry into different segments of the entertainment and media industry. Netflix began as the first DVD by mail service, but soon became the first in other categories as well as including a DVD subscription plan and then a streaming service. Netflix is still very popular and successful with a strategic planning and the addition of the new feature and content. Netflix could lose its hold of the streaming industry. Netflix might grow at a slower rate than smaller streaming platforms because Netflix has many powerful competitors. Netflix does not have a unique technology. In fact, streaming technology is widespread and well understood. The success of Netflix streaming model has attracted Amazon, Apple, Yahoo, Google, and content producer like Hulu and HBO to the fray. Netflix is now closer than ever to outspending its competitors, and as the streaming war heats up, Netflix will need as much cash as it can get to continue its growth. Netflix competitors have a very deep pockets. This means Netflix also has competitors for talent and the production of the new content, and perhaps price pressure as well. Along with Hulu, Amazon has emerged as the biggest competitors to Netflix streaming. So the other possible ending for the Netflix is that ultimately, it can compete with Apple, Google, Yahoo, and Amazon, or the content producer like CBS and HBO Now, which have started their own streaming services. Netflix may run out of investors who make up the difference. Netflix may be imitated by its competitors and its profitability reduced to less than shareholders can tolerate. Netflix may be created a new world of streaming, binging, and content production, but it may not be able to survive the world it's created. Netflix has many competitors, but Netflix review is still the best streaming service. Netflix remains the top choice for the TV and the movie streaming thanks to its ease of use, lack of commercial, and content original. Streaming shows and movies over the internet is the best way to watch TV, and Netflix is the best choice for streaming entertainment. It includes a wide variety of familiar network shows and more original series, films, documentaries, and special than any of its competitors. Despite slowing subscribers' growth, the world's first major streaming remains one's favorite choice. The earnings for Netflix are said to grow in the future years. Netflix will have a good term run and investors recommended investing in this streaming company. It is said that its earnings are going to be 33.47 for the couple of years. The future prospects for Netflix are said that its growth of subscribers are expected to rise due to Netflix's popularity towards to its original content. They will be focusing more on making Netflix original and also building up their content selection to bring in different viewers from all over the world. Netflix has improved their company by using recommendation algorithm, so viewers will be able to watch movies based on what they have watched before. In the end, Netflix isn't supposed to have a stock drop anytime soon based on the great unexpected businesses. Netflix changed the way of entertainment forever with the introduction of streaming. To be able to watch movies or show on your phone, on your tablet, phone, or television in the comfort of your own. In the future, Netflix will be focusing more in the original content and adding more TV shows and movies on their company's selection. Netflix is the evolutionary company that has worked very hard to get where they are now, and it shows its overall success.
Closing. Netflix is a well-known internet brand today, and it faces a number of powerful competitors. Netflix does not use any exclusive technology. Streaming technology is in fact widely used and well understood by millennials today. Netflix competitors have very big budget. Netflix also has competitors for talent and the production of new content and perhaps price pressure as well. The halo media industry, as well as Amazon, has emerged as the biggest competitor to Netflix streaming. As Apple is the leader in downloaded movies, where customers own or rent movies, and of course, it owns iTunes, the world's largest online media store for the purchase of music, videos, and TV series. As well as HBO is the oldest and most successful pay television service in the United States, with over 140 million cable TV subscribers worldwide, and the originator of the long list of highly successful original TV series and movies. Apple iTunes and Amazon have far larger databases of subscribers and their performance. Netflix movie is ultimately can compete with Apple, Google, Yahoo, Hulu, and Amazon, or the content producers like CBS and HBO Now, which have started their own streaming services. Netflix may run out of investors, who make up the difference. Netflix can be imitated by its competitors, and its profitability reduced to less than shareholders can tolerate. Netflix was facing a slew of streaming competitors, and its stock fell over 30%. Netflix may have created a new world of streaming and content production, but it may not be able to survive the world it created because of powerful competitors. Netflix is in need to improve their business in keeping the leading position in online industry. Their IT or business alignment needs to improve by simply providing the best online rental movie experience to surely satisfy its customers. Their market needs for great website, fair pricing, and easy access. Their technology needs by using the latest technology trend to enhance the features for high-quality experience of users. Netflix industry should see the rapid advancement of technology. Its growth changes time to time because of growing and potential entrance of competitors. To improve Netflix services to user, it needs to innovate the business model in order to enrich customer experience, increase the prominence of new release movies, and work on with the music labels, strategizing their marketing initiative to influence, convince, capture new customers, to explore to new online industry market. Netflix has maintained their users, even make it grower today in media industry because it has created the largest database on consumer video preferences and build a recommendation system that encourages consumers to see more movies. Netflix is as much a technology company as a content company. It has developed its own proprietary video, entered the content creation business by developing original TV series. Furthermore, Netflix is an example of convergence in the media industry where an internet company becomes a media content producer encoding system that has developed over a 10-year period that helps make good recommendation to subscribers.